The girl began to dance. Her steps weren't as graceful as ballet. They were even odd, but every teacher could see that she was flexible and perfect for dancing. And that's how the girl was chosen by the troupe. Her name was Galina. She was a country girl. Other parents worry about their children's performance, but her family didn't care about her. He even asked Galina for money to buy a drink. When the acceptance list came out, her family left. Galina hadn't studied ballet. She didn't know anything about it. At practice, the teacher asked her to practice the steps. She messed up her steps, and the teacher couldn't do anything about it. There was a girl named Kate in her dormitory. She called Galina up to the loft and taught her slowly by herself. But on top of that, Galina was having a hard time making ends meet. When she ate, she could only have a big bowl of porridge when everyone else had enough. She couldn't eat enough every day, so she ate the chocolate pie left on the table. The teacher saw this. She took Galina home and hired her to do her chores. But Galina realized something was wrong. The teacher would often forget she was there, or even what she was doing or where she was. She had Alzheimer's. The teacher was worried that the dance troupe would find out and fire her. So Galina said she'd keep it a secret. She printed out pictures of her classmates and showed them over and over again to teacher. The teacher liked her so much, she gave her a pair of earrings. She used to wear them when she danced in the theater. Galina was very happy. Her roommate caught her admiring the earrings late at night. During a class, the teacher suddenly lost memory again. She doesn't remember giving Galina the earrings and keeps digging around in her bag. Galina felt bad and ran back to her dorm to look for the earrings, but her roommate ratted her out, and she was caught by the others. Galina stands alone while the principal insults her and tries to expel her. That's when the teacher returned to normal. She chased her out and apologized in the attic. She found the principal and confessed everything, which allowed Galina to say Galina practiced hard because it was the only way she could escape her past. Before she came to the school, she was a street thief. The girl is dancing in the street, and her steps are very strange. A man looks at her with a smile on his face, oblivious to the fact that the girl's accomplice is reaching into his pocket. The girl was arrested for the third time, but the man gave her the rest of his money because he recognizes the girl's talent. He brought in the equipment and put her through the leg press. He trains her rigorously. Galina thanked the man for pulling her out of the mud. Soon they will graduate to be the lead dancers at the graduation party. Their classmates started a competition. Galina and Kate were spinning in circles. Over the years, they've become close friends and fierce rivals. The dancers will be chosen from among them. Kate's mom approached the teacher to make her daughter the lead dancer. The teacher, who was suffering from Alzheimer's, thought the woman was Galina's mother. She told her how much she likes Galina very much. Kate's mom went to Galina and tried to pay her to pass up the opportunity, because if she's chosen as a lead dancer, she'll go straight to the theater. Galina thought it was ridiculous. She was even angrier when she saw Kate, who knew nothing about it. She cried on the train on the way back. A man gently covered her with sunglasses. When she came to her senses, Galina chased him down and missed the next day's rehearsal. When she arrived at the theater in the pouring rain, the rehearsal had already begun. She puts on her clothes and enters the crowd only to be discovered. The principal is extremely unhappy with her behavior, but the teacher spoke up for her. She thought Galina was the best candidate for the lead. They were given a week's vacation before graduation, and Galina chose to go home. Her two new brothers didn't recognize her. When her mom saw her, she frowned for a moment. At dinner, Galina's plate was full of leftovers. She was sad. She didn't feel welcomed by family. She asked her mom why, but it angered her. Some years ago, her father passed away and her mom supported the family. Her daughter went away to study dance, and the family's financial situation has been difficult. Galina ended up not saying anything about her becoming a lead dancer. She didn't stay home long. She went back to the theater the next day. There's a legend in the theater. If a man could jump from the train building to the roof of the Bolshoy theater, she could become a true white swan, but few could do it. This girl decided to try. She took a deep breath and jumped. And she did it. She looked around. Galina felt lost. For the sake of her family, she gave up her position as lead dancer. At the graduation party, Kay appeared on stage as the lead dancer. At the end of the dance, there was applause, but it wasn't the end. End time, the famous ballerina was about to give a dance performance. During rehearsals, he smelled Galina's drink. He yelled at her and asked her why she was still dancing after drinking so much. He'd heard that Galina was a lead dancer before, so he wanted to see her perform. Instead, she stood in the middle of the classroom, her body rigid. This disappointed Anton, and Galina was devastated. The brother came to Moscow. He told Galina that even though her mother had a hard life, she had always been proud of her daughter. She shouldn't give up on herself because of one blow. At the next rehearsal, she tried her best against Kate. This earns her a place on the bench, but Kate is not happy about it. Faced with her friend's anger, Galina stopped hiding and told the truth. Kate couldn't believe it. For the rest of the rehearsal, she felt like a puppet without a soul. On the day of Anton's performance, Kate silently wiped off her makeup and disappeared into the crowd. After realizing the truth, she chose to return the stage to Galina. Unable to find Kate, Anton used Galina as a substitute. In the dressing room, Galina carefully applies eyeliner. She puts on foundation and hairspray and puts on a white swan headdress. Anton was amazed by her. He tells Galina the story of his first performance. He was scared, but a little girl poked him in the back. The girl's eyes were full of anticipation. What Anton didn't know was that the little girl was Galina. That's where her dream began. The curtain was pulled back and Galina walked up with confidence and began her swan dance. And that's the end of the story. This movie, Bolshoy, tells the story of a ballet girl. She used to believe in legends, but when she did it, she suspected it was a dream. There were many bumps in the road. Poverty stopped her from moving forward. But when she actually stepped on stage, she realized that dreams can't be measured by money. She realized that the leap she took on graduation day really made her dream come true. All of us should never give up on our dreams.